We are in the middle of a fortress on top of a hill overlooking Weisberg, Bavaria, Deutschland.
Oh yes.
Easy.
I think it is Daisy. Yes. You can, if you look, you can see our hotel.
I can see my house from up here. Okay, here I am. I am in a very small town in the middle of southern Germany, South Germany, Bavaria. I think the town is called Mannheim, Germany. And I am at a firewood business. And the owner, who does not speak English, says I'm more than welcome to walk around and show the facility and just show you what he's got going on. I can't remember. He told me what the quantity that they make, but you know, it's in tons or those cages, and it doesn't make any sense to me. But I think you're going to realize that they sell, this is a big operation. They have a lot of different processors, a lot of big machines, and a lot of firewood going out. I think they said too that they had a mild winter last year, and they have an abundance of firewood right now, and it's not normally, they don't normally have this much firewood around this time of year. So keep in mind that Japa is owned by a company named TP Silva. And that company owns the 3 Finnish processing machines, which is Japa, Häkkipilkki, and Palax, or they call it Palax. And this business has the Palax machines. And here's one of them right here. He's got machines all over the place. This is the 360D Plus. And it looks like it's had a lot of time put on it. And I guess they really put these things to work. But I was noticing they're very, despite the production here, they're pretty clean. There's not a lot of mess laying around. They pretty much stay on top of it. And this is like a sawdust container. It's already set up on forks so that they can just pick it up and then dump it. I don't know where they dump it, but they dump it. The name of the business, I couldn't pronounce it. So the business is Forest Unternehmen is the name of the company. This is their advertisement. It's in Mannheim. All right, and here is the website. Okay, but here you go. They have a number of roofs where they keep their firewood. This is pretty big, guys. Oh, okay. And again, and of course we're in Europe, so the pieces are shorter. And this, I don't know, this kind of smells like softwood in here. But what they were making up here earlier, it was all hardwood. It looked like oak and beech. Seems to be the popular species around here. Here we go, and and these bins are full, and full, and full, and full. Okay, this shows you what they got going on. So over here, here's another one of their Palax machines. This is a circular saw processor. We'll go check that out. And they also have a cleaner, this red one. I think where they make wood on the other side, they'll bring it with their big front end loader and dump it in there, which gets put onto the ground. Right here, and then they bring their big machine and they scoop it up, and then from there they're putting it into here. This is a mountain of Firewood. This building is really tall, man. It is just packed in here. Yeah, it smells like pine. Spruce, I don't know what their species are here in Germany. I'm sorry, guys. But I was looking over here. This looks to be all softwood as well. Here's some more of their machines. Here's a big trailer, a container. And I think they take their wood directly to the customer. I don't know, or he says they deliver to some pizza ovens, but it's mostly home heating. Here's some more of their machines. Here's a big grapple on the end of this. It's like a excavator on wheels. That looks pretty cool. Let's get a closer look at this. This is almost like the grapple on Log Hauler Jesse's truck, you know? All right. These look to be hardwoods over here. They do have a machine that works on these big logs, but I've been told, well, I got something to tell you about here before we get to that part. This looks like more hardwoods. I don't know, guys, this here looks like a maple. I think it is. Got a maple. So I see maple, I don't know. I better not even mention species because I don't know. Looks like a poplar almost. But the ones that I have seen, it's been mostly oak and beech. That seems to be real popular here in Germany. So here is the Pollux 1000. The circular saw. I guess this one does the heavy lifting for this company. This gets a lot of use. Okay. And it looks to maybe take a pretty big log. I'm just gauging that by the infeed belts, pretty wide. Huh? Controls. There's the circular saw. There we go. There we are. Okay, and then I see a 1, 2, 3. This is an 8-way knife on here. And again, they have their sawdust goes into a container. This is, like I'm saying, all of this wood that you see over here, their yard is very clean. So they do a really good job with their waste. I don't know what they're doing. And this is where the language barrier is a problem. You know, these are all the questions I would love to hear, but I just can't, I just don't have the ability to find out right now. So here we got more under roof storage of their wood. I've come back to where we started, and this looks to be one of those kindling machines by Posh, and it has one of those X knives kind of a thing, and you can set the dial on this to make it as big or as small as you want. So maybe this is where they're making their smaller splits, probably for the pizza ovens. But you know, I see Posh on some videos, but I've never seen one in person. Here you go, Posh Auto Split 600. All right, looks pretty cool. As my German vacation, as my German working vacation progresses, there's going to be a theme where there are certain machines that I am not to show. They are called prototypes. They're experimental, and you know, they're testing them out. And that is probably the biggest reason why this German trip was made, because they have a number of these machines in Germany, and they wanted me to see them, offer my feedback from what I have learned in running their machines. And also, you know, the day is going to come where they leave the prototype status and they become a mass-produced machine. So that's one of the that is one of the big reasons why I'm here. And I'm looking at this machine right now, and it's super cool, but I'm not to show. And trust me, this will not be the first time I'll be saying this to you on this trip. There are other machines that are in prototype status, and they're excited about them, but you know, they got to make sure they work and then make some adjustments, put them out again, make some more adjustments. So that's what you're seeing here. The bottom line for me is, here we have a firewood company, you know, Japa, well, let's just say TP Silva, Japa, Pollux, and Hackey Pilkey. They're not just sitting on what they've already made, you know, and just adding some, you know, nice features to them. They are innovating. They are creating new style of machines. They're trying new things, and they're trying to make this industry better. And I'm excited to be a part of it here. But it's also cool, guys. I mean, I'm in Germany. What the heck? This is like, I see these kind of facilities in some YouTube videos, you know, at the aerial view, and it's only like 2 minutes long. And it's just super cool here that I'm here. And I'm able to show you how they do things here in Europe, at least here in Germany. Here's the, here's, you know, the European style firewood. Theirs is shorter than what we make. But the split's about the size, same size as mine, just certainly shorter. I think that's probably about 12 inches long versus the standard length in the United States, which is 16 inches. That causes the other problems too with when we're talking about how much firewood they make. You know, they throw out this size with meters, and I don't know, I just don't understand it. It's kind of like driving in these cars in Europe. The speedometer is in kilometers, and I just, you know, our brains and our bodies, if you're not used to it, you don't know how fast you're going. And that's the same thing with the firewood measurements. I think when we start talking about cords, they don't have a clue. They just can't get their brain around the size, the volume of a cord. And it's the same as what we deal with, you know, with their style of measurements. Here is another machine that they have decommissioned. It's a live deck. They have it set off to the side. And one of these, I guess this is the isolator. That's pretty cool. I've always wanted to see one of these. Here it is. All right. You know, here's another trailer, and this is a dump trailer, it looks like, that they use for hauling the wood around the yard, I guess, before it gets to its final resting place. Here's another one of these. You know, these obviously machines aren't cheap, and they got a number of them. It tells you how much money they're making, how much their volume is. I look at a machine like this and I think I couldn't even afford this grapple. And they have a number of these here on their lot, moving these big logs around. And they have a lot of these big logs. These, as soon as I look at logs, I just, you know, from making wood as much as I have with my processor, I know when I look at a log if it would fit through my machine or not. And the logs that are being run through this experimental machine up here, it would never, I would get mad at Log Hauler Jesse if he showed up with logs that big onto my land. It would just wear me out having to make firewood out of those. I, of course, am just love to show you what's going on over here with this machine, but for right now, I have to honor their wishes. I was looking at this building, though. This is made with those blocks, you know? The walls, that's pretty cool. And it's got a tin roof on top. But here you go. Here's some wood chips that they're making. They must have a grinder here somewhere. I haven't seen it. But they must be diversifying at least with their weight. Now come to think of it, I do see a mulch pile over here too. So I don't know. They either have their own grinder or they rent one and the guy comes in to grind stuff. Here's another machine. This is a cleaner, huh? Made by Growy. I've heard of them. There you go. Disc cleaner. They have this set out of the way for right now. You know, that thing's filled with firewood. But they have a lot of logs here, guys. And they are stacked tall. I never got a chance to talk to him, you know, about the economy here of these logs and what he's paying for them. How many does he go through? I'm curious about the laws. Does he have permits, or does, you know, what type of, does he have to have a license to operate as a firewood company? This is good heavens. I mean, that is a mile up in the air. And here is a pile of mulch with our good friend Lowry up there.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, this is just a real cool opportunity. I hope you enjoy this, guys. Okay, and it's starting to get hot too. I had heard it's super hot back in Ohio. But that's what we got, guys, here today in Mannheim, Bavaria, Germany, at the Forestunternehmen company, I guess. Close enough. I need to work on my German. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoy this, but start looking for some more videos coming out of Germany, following around the Japa team, and we're visiting firewood companies, learning how they do it over here in Europe. All right, I hope you like this, everyone. Have a great day.